Hello, everyone. Welcome to Asynchronous Learning, aka Charger Fridays. Um, yeah, hopefully you've had a good first week of classes during COVID. But anyway, hope that you guys are enjoying this class. Again, please give me any feedback if I'm going too fast, too slow, if it's boring, I guess, but please be respectful about it. Okay. Anywho, today is the charger day, so you can follow your schedule as much as you want. I don't know what it's like for your other teachers, but for me, you just have to make sure that you get all your work for my class done by 2:40 p.m. So whenever you decide to do it, just get it done, I guess. So, yeah. Anyway, today we are all on the same schedule. So my periods or classes 3, 5, 6, 7. You guys are all together today. So again, please complete the assignments and answer the attendance question by 2:40 today. What was supposed to be due at the beginning of your class is the 4 C's of history assignment. So you should have turned that in already. If you're watching this video and you haven't turned it in, it's late. So our learning target is I can develop reasons for why we study history. So make sure you, again, answer the attendance question. You have 2 assignments to turn in. Shouldn't take you too long. But you have the Why Study History Pear Deck and Why Study History Zinn interview. Okay, so what you're going to do is you're going to go to your Google Classroom. I'm going to show it through third hour. So even if you're in 5th, 6th, or 7th, still follow this. But just know this is third period's Google Classroom. So watch this video, then answer the question. I think it's kind of silly, but I like it. Would you rather be a ninja or a wizard, and why? Then once you're done with that, go into the Why Study History Pear Deck. Okay, so you're going to click on your link located here. It's different for every class period, so make sure you're clicking your link. So I'm going to click this link. It's going to ask me how I'm doing today. It's loading. I'm doing pretty well. Yay, we're beginning our journey. So I put it all on student paste. So what you should do is you're going to take notes through this, and I'm going to send you, hopefully, if I did it right, a copy of your responses. So why do you have to do this? Like, why do you have to study history, and how are you going to use this? Okay. And then, is history important? What do you think? I know third hour, you guys already did some of this, but just deal with it. Just use one icon. So if you disagree, just put this, be like, bye. Or if you like strongly agree, which I hope you do, click here or here. If you don't use that one, then use the red one and go to either this one or that. That'll tell me what you think. Hopefully by the end of this, you go to the strongly agree. Once you're done with that, go into, for each reason, take notes on the Pear Deck. Okay, so for the first one, to better understand the present, what I wanted to get out of you from this is that you should really understand ourselves and other people. Okay, that's why we have this. So, for example, why is there constant talk and discussion about race, equality, or inequality, especially right now? There is a lot going on. Protests, people are being killed, there's rioting. So I want you to answer that in your response. I know that's part of your notes, but please answer that here. Why is there constant talk about discussion and race equality? Again, think about the evils of slavery. Think about that when answering it. Why do Democrats and Republicans continue to disagree today? Is that the same struggle that Federalists and Anti-Federalists in the beginning of the U.S. government has had. So how big should government be? And has this been a question? Is it recent or is it always happened? Also, why do you act the way you do? Is there a historical answer for that? Or why your friend acts the way they do, your parent, your family members? When you know someone's past, okay, does that help you understand who they are? That's history. And those who know history can see present scenarios in a more accurate light. Okay. So nothing is new under the sun here. All right. Then in your next one, improving our lives. So history can improve yourself. Who wants to live better than they were yesterday? Okay. Well, if we can learn the mistakes others have made or we have made, we're learning from our mistakes and we're getting to be better people or helping it better. In sports, for example, teams study their film of their past games to understand their opponent or their own abilities and their game. In the same way, students of history improve their own lives. For example, if you are driving and two cars hit a pothole in front of you, and you study that, you swerve to avoid it, hopefully not hitting anyone or an animal. Anyway, and then the founding fathers, they learned so much about what not to do. Again, we're still learning from their mistakes. And they didn't make the most perfect country at the beginning. But the Constitution was written to avoid the negative ways of past actions. Okay, so the freedoms of man became better in the US because history learned. Now, not for everybody. Which rich white dudes, yes, but not everyone else. So we still have to learn from their mistakes. But hopefully history gets better and better. Your society gets better and better. And on it goes. Okay, so history, learning history only improves someone's life. Go to the next slide. No, I didn't want that. Sorry. Okay. Number 3, learning the future. So I'm asking you, being a wizard or like a fortune ball. Okay. Can you see the future? Most people want to. In sports, by studying film, teams can know what to do or how it's played, how a route is going to be run. Your parents have probably told you, don't do that or not hang out with certain friends, go to certain parties, do certain choices, because they probably know because they went through that experience themselves. And then history repeats itself. It seems like maybe I can tell the future, or your teachers, because we've gone through it. That's because of their knowledge of the past. And if you don't know the past, you won't know the future. If you do know the past, you can maybe see what's going to happen or predict what's going to happen in the future. And next one, to notice demagogues. A demagogue is those who distort the truth, aka Hitler or Stalin, or cult leaders, if you know any of those. They're interesting, by the way. Look up Jim Jones. Who should you believe? Who's taking advantage of you? Who's telling the truth? Is it Donald Trump? Is it Joe Biden? Is it neither? Which politician should you vote for? Who do you know is telling the truth? Okay. It also might be friends, leaders, people who are biased. Everyone's biased. So you need to know how they're distorting the truth. So Thomas Jefferson has been quoted as saying, the cornerstone of democracy rests on the foundation of the educated electorate. So if we don't know the facts and truth of history, anyone can lead us astray with exaggeration and lies. For example, the Germans supported the impressive sounding lies of Adolf Hitler, and they gave him the authority to restore Germany. I think we know how that turned out. So knowing the truth, and the truth will set you free. Okay. So don't let lies or falsehoods lead you to freedom. It'll take you captive. Okay. Recognize the power and importance, okay, of history. So knowledge is power, and those who have knowledge or information have power. So scientists, mathematicians, engineers, philosophers can harness the knowledge of the past to determine the future or change the future. Okay? All subjects are important, but history is the most important. And you can debate this with your math or science teacher. The information in the science textbooks is because of history. Studying past data and experiments, history. All formulas and mathematical information is really a documented study of history, if you really boil down to it. Records are broken every year in sports and Olympic Games, or they know how to do that because of history. And athletes continue to do their best to become stronger, faster, bigger, better, because there's the history there. So the past or history is valuable and necessary in all subject matters. So those who do not know history are led or controlled by those who do or know how to manipulate. Political leaders, or any leader for that matter, oftentimes know their history. Fun facts. Who doesn't like to know fun facts and be good at trivia? I'm a great trivia team player because I'm a history nerd, okay? So who doesn't like to know a little something to impress their friends, family, know trivia? It allows you to go back in time, explore empires, interesting people. There's so much cool history out there. And there's more reasons than the 6 that I gave you, but it's a sample size. Okay. This is just the main ones for history. Again, if I went too fast, you can go back into this video and kind of pause and take notes again, or you can write your own things of why you think so. But those who do not know history are doomed to repeat it. That is a famous words. Okay. Now, what do you think about this quote? I want you to answer that. Okay. Here's the video we watched the other day. You don't have to watch it again, but you can. And that's the end. Okay. So hopefully you can write down or think about why do you study history, and maybe your response from before will change. Okay. I know this is becoming a long video, but I just also wanted to do the lecture in there and give you some context for why study history. The next thing you need to do is the Zinn interview, why study history, and please follow the directions in this assignment. So I'm going to go to my classwork page, and scroll down to historical skills. Zinn interview, why do we study history? So Howard Zinn is a famous historian. He's pretty cool. And it's an interview with him by Barbara Miner in the Rethinking Schools magazine. So he's awesome. You might want to look him up as well. But here's his interview. I want you to read his interview on why students should study history. Okay. And then the next page, I want you to watch this video, okay, on why study history. As you watch, I want you to fill this box and complete the quote as directly stated in the video. Make sure to click the CC button on the bottom right to have the subtitles so you can read as you watch. And then come up with 2 reasons in the article above why people should study history. Summarize, according to Howard Zinn, how should history be taught? Okay. So I want you to write 3 to 4 complete and meaningful sentences. And then evaluate. Okay. Do you agree with Howard Zinn about why history should be taught? Why or why not? Provide examples from and evidence from your own life to support that. So 3 to 4 complete and meaningful sentences. Then there is this tweet. I hate when teachers say that they don't want to make their classroom political. Our classroom will be political. I'm going to show you multiple sides, but you should take a stand. Okay? In history. The fact that your kids don't have pencils is political. The quality of your desks is political. The admin hired at your school is political. Think about that. So do you think Howard Zinn would agree or disagree with the Twitter post? Fill out the red box to defend your answer and use the sentence frames to help you create your argument. The parts highlighted in yellow are where you can insert your own knowledge. Good historians first look at the evidence before they develop their claims. Let the evidence be your guide, okay, on what you think. I really want to know what you think. So here's do a claim evidence reasoning paragraph, okay? All right, please email me if you guys have any questions whatsoever. I'll be by my computer if you want to have a Zoom meeting. Please let me know. Okay, awesome. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you guys next week.